All right, we are doing chapter 2, lesson 3, parallel lines and triangle angle sums. So basically, the main idea of this lesson is that 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. And I think that you knew that as common knowledge already, but we're gonna just put it to practice. So, the goal, the essential question, what we're doing is I can review that the sum of the angles in the triangle equal 180 degrees. Okay? All right. So let's talk about the first theorem. If I have line B, and then I have a point P, anywhere, above it, below it, I can draw a line through point P that would be parallel to my other line. So it's basically saying lines can be parallel if you have a line and then you have a point, you can make 2 parallel lines. Okay. The triangle sum theorem. Triangle ABC, adding A plus B plus C equals 180. So what I have for us is we're going to go through a proof. And we're going to prove that 3 angles equal 180 degrees. Okay, so this has 7 steps, so you're gonna need to write small. Okay, here we go. We have a triangle ABC. We are supposed to prove angle A plus B plus C adds up to 180 degrees. When you add them up, it's 180 degrees. So here we go. First off, we always start out with a given, right? Triangle ABC. We are told that we have a triangle, and that's given. Okay. Now, we've never done this in a proof before, but what our next step is we are actually going to draw a line through C. Because remember, if I have a line, AB, and then I have a point C, I can draw a parallel line through C. So I'm going to draw a parallel line through C. And it's through any point, there is a parallel line. Through any point, there is a parallel line. Through any point, there's a parallel line. Okay. So I have this parallel line. Now I want to start talking about the angles because I want the angles to be 180 degrees. So I got to slowly get to that, right? I'm going to draw angle 4 and angle 5. And I'm going to use my colors. Then I get to say, I'm going to do step 3 now. And I'm going to talk, because now I have 2 parallel lines, line C and line AB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that let me do one step first, sorry. I was jumping ahead of myself. Angle 4 plus angle 3. I'm sorry, measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 5 equals 180 degrees. It's a straight angle, okay? Angle addition postulate. angle addition postulate. So I'm adding up all three, 4 and 3 and 5, and I'm saying that they make 180 degrees because they're a straight angle. Now I'm going to say angle 4 and angle 1 are congruent. Can someone tell me how angle 4 and angle 1 are congruent? Aiden.
Alternate interior theorem.
I kind of heard that, but can you say it again?
Alternate interior angle.
Yes. Alternate interior angles theorem, okay? So angle 1 and 4 are congruent and angle 2 and 5 are congruent by alternate interior angles. Okay, now I'm gonna say that the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 4, and the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 5. Now, I didn't have you guys, when I taught you, when I taught it to my other class, but if I say they're congruent, then they're equal. If they're equal, they're congruent. What's that called when I'm able to switch back and forth?
Definition of congruence.
It is definition of congruency. Congruency, congruence. Okay, it's fine. Okay, 2 more steps, guys. So 1 is equal to 4, 2 is equal to 5 because they're the same size. So check this out. If 1 and 4 are the same, and 5 and 2 are the same, and 4 plus 3 plus 5 make 180, can't I just say that then, like, instead of writing angle 4, I can replace it with angle 1 because they're equal to each other? I want to say measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180. So instead of, because look it up here, 4 plus 3 plus 5 makes 180. But instead of 4, I put a 1. And instead of 5, I replaced it with 3. What's that called?
Is it substitution property of equality?
Substitution. I don't need to say the word equality, but I'm going to say substitution property. That's not what the proof wants me to say. Look at my proof. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C equals 180. A plus B plus C. So I said that 1, 2, and 3 make 180, but I need to now say that A, B, and C make 180. So, is anybody in the mood to volunteer? Is that a no? I guess not. Okay. I'm going to jump to my proof right now. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C equals 180. So instead of 1, I put A. Instead of 2, I put B. Instead of 3, I put C. Substitution. Again, okay? Do you have all these written down, all of these statements and reasons?
Mrs. Grant, I have a question. Can you explain step 6 again? I didn't quite get it.
Oh, yeah. So up here, I said that 4 plus 3 plus 5 makes 180, right? Now, instead of 4, I'm going to substitute in a 1 because 1 and 4 are equal. I said it right here. Then, instead of 5, I'm going to put a 2 because 5 and 2 are equal. So I substituted out 4 and I replaced it, and I took out 5 and I replaced it.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's how-
Thank you.
You're welcome. 1 and 2 came into the mix. Okay, I'm going to turn the page. Are we okay with this? This next one, I definitely need volunteers because you can do this. You do not need to wait for me. Okay. Let's talk about it. I need to prove, or I need to find X and Y, but I don't know where to begin. I don't know, should I find X first? Should I find Y first? I just don't know what to do. So, where should I start? I know I'm not all by myself here. There's 30 other people with me, all hanging out with me. What are you guys playing video games or doing your English homework? What's going on? Those of you that have said you've already done this lesson with your last teacher, help me out. You're perfect for this. Should I find X first? Should I find Y first? Kenny, go ahead.
You'd find X first.
Okay, so that means that I've got this missing angle. I know 32 and 78. So you guys, absolutely, you can use calculators, of course. So let's do it. Do you want to walk me through it, Kenny? Someone else want to help? Like, how do you guys?
Okay. So first, I think you would just add 78 and 32.
Okay. That's 110.
And then you would just subtract that from 180. So X would equal 70, I think.
You're right. X equals 70 degrees. Excellent. Okay. Someone else. This is 70 right here.
Can I go?
You can.
Okay. I think you'd have to do the whole triangle next with adding 57 and 70.
Sure. That's going to work too. So 57 plus 70 is 127. So I'm trying to find right now this giant piece right here, angle T.
So 180 minus 127, so 53. And
Okay,
then
so that whole thing is
53 minus
53.
32.
Okay. You know what I need to do is put this somewhere else. I don't like that. Let me put it in blue. So 53 is the whole blue.
Mhm.
Then you said what?
53 minus 32.
21. There's 21. Okay. Now, good. And you know what would be easier for me to see? Because when people start talking, I have no clue what their names are. And you guys get participation points for participating. And that's part of your weekly points. So I need to actually see the hands, like the digital raising hands, whatever. That would help me a lot. David and Kenny, I already got your point, so you're good. Okay, David.
I was just gonna say that couldn't you do 180 minus 78 also?
You could. That's the choice. Well, he decided that he didn't want to do that, but you could also do that.
Okay.
Anyways, now I've got 57 and 21. I'm going to go with his method. So let's finish that. Because I have this triangle here. 57 plus 21 plus y is 180. Avery? Or is it Nelson?
It's Avery.
Oh, okay. There have been men named Nelson. So go ahead.
You would add the 57 and 21 and then subtract that from 180.
It's 78. Oh, look, it's the same size as this. Oh, that's a theorem we're going to learn tomorrow or Monday. Okay, 180 minus 78. 102. I believe 102. Yeah. Very good. Moving right along. B is very similar, guys. Extremely similar. Okay. So B, help me out. New people. I don't do the same. Decide.
You would find x first, and you would add 96 and 35.
Is your first name Sahana?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Say it again.
You would find x first,
Okay.
and to do that, you would add 96 and 35.
What'd you get when you got it?
I have not done it yet. And 131, and then you'd subtract 131 from 180.
Perfect. That means that x equals 49 degrees. So good. Okay. We have lots of options. If I know that this is 49 degrees, somebody tell me what do I do? It's hard to get you guys to volunteer. Now I'm going to look at you and find out what you're doing because people aren't with me or then nobody's helping me. I don't like that. Aiden and Ryan and Greg, can you please turn your cameras on? All right.
I am lagging a little, so I can't hear much, but I can turn it on if you want, just to make sure that I'm not doing anything.
Okay, yeah, it's us teachers like it. Ian, do you want to help me find Y for this?
Yes. Just to clarify, Y is the angle on the left side of the triangle, right?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I didn't see it very well. So just like last time, I guess 49 plus 77.
Yeah, that's good. 126.
Okay, and then 180 minus 126.
Something 4, 54.
And then 54 minus 35 to 9.
So this whole thing is 54.
And then Y equals 9.
9?
Wait, no, sorry, 19.
Close. Yeah. He did 54 minus 35 to get the 19. Excellent.
Miss Grant,
Yeah.
why did you do 49 plus 77?
Because this is right here. Pretend that this line didn't exist. 77 plus 49 plus this angle make 180. So we're looking at the bigger triangle on the outside. 77 plus 49 plus the big angle here. I know that part of it is 35 and I don't know this other piece. So if I put those two pieces together, I should get 54. So he did 54 minus 35. Because this angle right here, 19 plus 35 makes 54. Okay, let's do C. And then we're done, guys. Jaden, do you want to help me?
Yes. So
Jane.
you would for x you would add 59 plus 57.
Yep.
And then subtract 116 from 180 or 180 from 116. Oh wait. It'll equal 64. So x equals 64.
So this is 64 degrees in there. Good.
And then, and then for y you would add 42 plus 64.
Because vertical angles make that a 64.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you get 106 and subtract 106 from 180. And then y equals 74.
X equals 64 degrees, Y equals 74 degrees. Good. That was thorough and perfect. Okay. So we're stopping here for notes. Then on Monday, we're going to continue on and do this triangle exterior theorem and a couple of word problems. Our homework that we're going to do together right now is on Pearson. So